What's going on, guys? How's it going? This is Tyler, and today I am going to be going over the Critical Ops brand new update and what is new in there. And there are a lot of, boring things that are in here that doesn't really apply to everyone, and I'm not a lot of people will be interested in. But I'm just going to go through all of the notes and show you guys, and tell you guys what is new in the brand new Critical Ops update. Now, some of the stuff in here will affect the way that people play, and it'll also affect the way that tournaments are run. And it's kind of inconvenient, but kind of convenient at the same time that this is coming out like right before like a lot of tournaments are happening. But hopefully this helps the game out. I believe that most of this will just completely, it is a benefit to the game. So we're gonna go over the notes right here. So first, these are just the notes of the fixes that are in the game. The character animation and skinning has been fixed. The crosshairs no longer disappear while flashbanged, which is actually really good because really it would mess you up if you get flashbang, but somebody's standing right in front of you when your crosshairs disappear. So that is a great thing. Dead terrorists receive a loss bonus, or receive loss bonuses. Even if the round ends in timeout, alive terrorists receive $0. So that's okay. That's could be beneficial. I don't know. But on mobile, dying while crouched no longer makes your camera drop to oblivion, which is actually great. Because I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but if you're crouched and you die, like your camera just goes straight through the map, and it's just, I don't know. It's a great bug fix, and makes the game, feel a little more official. So the next mobile bug fix is pressing chat while crouched no longer makes you stand up, which is actually really good if you've ever been in that situation. Mobile crosshairs now scales properly with screen scale, so that is really great. And then for Android, launching the game again from app icon no longer restarts the game. So if you close out of the app and then you open it back up without fully closing the app, it doesn't restart it anymore. So that is pretty good if it has ever affected you. So next is the improvements. So the improvements, third-person animation is improved. Google Play login has been improved. Very minor optimizations. First-person hand models now on new weapons is now thinner, which looks great. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed it, but your hand just looks very disproportionate. I don't know, it kind of looked bad. So and then on Android, more ads are available for free credits, which is really great. If you play on Android, now you have more ads to watch to get free credits, which I don't know, I that's great. That is it's very beneficial to me, and it could be beneficial to everyone that plays on Android. So the new features with gun inspecting. So gun inspecting is a new thing. It is in CSGO. If you have a really cool skin that you got, you can now inspect it, show it off, and get a better look at it. And this is a great thing. But the downside is not all the weapons have been added. So here's the list of the weapons that you can inspect, and to inspect you press the reload button with a full clip. So the GSR, the XD45, the MTX, the MP5, the P90, the SA58, the AK47, the HK417, the Super 90, the M14, and the knife. Those are all the guns that are added that you can inspect. And I don't know, I have some cool AK skins. Well, not really. I have an okay AK skin, so I will be inspecting that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm hoping now that you can inspect the knife, I'm hoping they'll add like knife skins in the future. That's kind of what I am looking forward to. Like if they add knife skins, that would be absolutely amazing. So we're gonna move on to the gameplay changes. The gameplay changes, there are some in here, and this is going to affect some of things that go down in tournaments and stuff like that, and more like pro players and stuff like that. So the movement speed has been reduced by 7%, so you don't move as fast, which is actually pretty good. A lot of people have been complaining about that. The round timer decreased to 100 seconds from 120 seconds, so you have to actually, I don't know, like you have to do everything a little bit quicker than you usually would. The bomb timer has increased to 40 seconds from 35 seconds, so if you plant the bomb, you have more time to go try to defuse it, which is actually really great because 35 seconds is very, very quick. So that is a definite improvement. So flashbangs limited to 1, and the cost is reduced to $200 from $400, and that is definitely an improvement because flashbangs have been spammed, and it has been very annoying, especially to pro players, when people just spam flashbangs and you just can't see, and it's especially since the flashbang like radius is so big, like it's crazy. So the smoke duration reduced by 3 seconds, so smokes no longer last as long. Grenade bounciness increased, which to me, I mean, these grenades are already super bouncy. I don't know why it's been increased, but I mean, it could be an improvement. So grenade bounciness has been increased. Frag grenade explosion range reduced by 10%, so that is pretty good. Grenades don't do as much damage, or it doesn't do as much damage in a big radius like they used to. Equipping and throwing a grenade is slightly faster. That is really good and will affect gameplay tremendously. And then the movement speed with grenades is slightly lower, so you don't move as fast. So the new weapon model that has been added is the GSR 1911. It is a new model and new animation, so that is really, really good. I'm glad that they're doing all of this. So the next thing is going to be weapon balance changes. We're getting into more fun things here. This isn't as boring. This is a little more interesting. So these are the weapon balance changes. The AK-47, the accuracy while jumping has been decreased. The horizontal recoil decreased. The vertical recoil has been increased, and the accuracy while moving has been decreased. The AK-47 is a very overpowered weapon. Not overpowered, but it's a very powerful weapon. And the vertical recoil pretty much was not there. Now that they've added it, it definitely is noticeable, but it really helps the game out and being a little more competitive, so that is great. So the AUG damage, the max damage is increased from 26 to 28. The AUG got a little buff, and that is great because I like using the AUG, but it doesn't really perform that well. But now the damage has been increased, so hopefully that will change something in the future. The accuracy while moving has been decreased, so you move slower while using the AUG. I mean, I guess taking away some movement speed to add a little damage is pretty good, so I'm okay with that. The FP6, the minimum damage per pellet reduced to 5 from 8. That is great because shotguns are really, really powerful in critical ops, and they definitely deserve a nerf. And I think this will do pretty well. And then the effective range has been reduced, so that's pretty good. So the M4, the accuracy while jumping has been decreased, vertical recoil increased, horizontal recoil decreased, and accuracy while moving has been decreased. So pretty much as the AK-47. Both of these weapons are really powerful and probably the best ones to use. I personally prefer the M4 just because I have a cooler camo on it, but yeah, that's really good. That's really good. Those are things that actually needed to change in the game. And then the MP5, the effective range reduced, the accuracy while jumping decreased, the spread adjusted and increased a bit. So, I mean, that's pretty good. The MP5 is still a powerful weapon, so it's definitely worth it. So, we're going to move on to the P90. The P90, the max damage from to 22 from 23, so it got a little bit of a nerf. The effective range reduced, the base accuracy increased, accuracy while jumping decreased, the spread adjusted and increased a bit, recoil decreased, accuracy while moving increased. So it got a little bit of a nerf, but also a buff at the same time, so that's really good for the P90. The SA58 is the next gun. The mag size increased from 28 from 24, and the accuracy while jumping decreased. The SG551, the max damage has increased from to 32 from 25, so this got a really big buff, and that's pretty good. So the fire rate has reduced to 620 from 650. So I don't know how that's going to affect in gameplay, but that is a thing that has happened. The movement speed reduced, the base accuracy increased, accuracy while jumping decreased, accuracy while moving decreased, horizontal recoil reduced. So again, it got a little bit of a buff, but it got a little bit of a nerf at the same time. So the Super 90, another really, really powerful shotgun. Here we go. This is what has happened. The max damage per pellet has increased to 13 from 12. The minimum damage per pellet reduced to 3 from 4. The effective range reduced, the pellet spread increased. So it's not going to be as accurate since the pellet spread has increased. It's going to be a little more harder to hit people, and yeah, so Super 90 has it got a little bit of a, I don't know, it got a little bit of a buff, but a little bit of a nerf at the same time, but that's pretty much what has happened. So that is pretty much it. The rest of the stuff for the update, it's in speculation that they're adding a new map and stuff like that, but that's all in the future. But let me know in the comments down below, guys, what is your favorite thing that has happened in the update, and what do you think they should have changed or they should have done that they didn't in this update? So what do you think they should do in the future updates? So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this helped you guys out in answering some of your questions of what has been going on in the update, like what was new. I hope this helped you guys out in answering some of those questions. So anyway, guys, if you did enjoy, smack that like button, subscribe to Gods if you haven't already, because you definitely should. And yeah, this was Tyler, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.